we're able to flip our feet, work through the progression and what that entails for us. If he's open, if not, knowing where our checkdowns are. I think that's the biggest difference.
Your confidence has to be through the roof right now. What's it like when you're on the kind of heater that you're on right now?
Yeah, well, I would say this, it's always great to win. It's always great to enjoy the win, but there were some things second half wise that we knew we could have capitalized on that we didn't. Things that we said we wanted to do coming out in the second half that we didn't. And, those can be frustrating. But I would say, we're still below the 500 threshold, and it's a long way to where we want to get to. So we'll enjoy this win, but, this next one's going to be big for us, and we're excited to go down there to Green Bay and, show everybody on prime time what we can do.
You talked about seeing this much single safety high looks.
Honestly, going into the game, having my mind with what they put on film this year, what they do, and then you go back and look at the rest of the years where they were successful in stopping some of our in routes and whatnot. So you kind of have in mind, okay, these are the ways they could potentially play us. But then I also still have in the back of my mind, be ready for two-man, variations of four, whatever that looks like. And so, preparing wise, that's sort of how I go about my process so that I don't get stuck on, what the progression is, and I can progress faster knowing what the coverage is.
Did you think you were done?
Not necessarily. Mike came up and told me that he doesn't like doing that, taking a guy out and then having to put him back in. But I told him at any point I was ready, whether I had to sit out the rest of the game or not.
When you talk of your progressions, like when Jonnu Smith on the first touchdown, where was he on your progression?
He was probably 4. Yeah, if you're counting the numbers on the progression. But that's what I'm saying. Like with what the defense presents us, it helps speed up the process with getting through the progression and getting to guys.
You said a few weeks ago that you see what happens one by one, see if you guys can get on the streak. Do you feel this is 3 in a row now that you're in that mode, what you want it to be, get that streak, get that feel going?
It feels good to win anyway. But yes, getting into a rhythm of stacking wins up in the win column, I definitely think that's a big morale booster for the guys in the locker room. And this is something that, they can take into this upcoming week. And, guys are feeling good. Everything feels better when you win.
This will probably be remembered as the Jalen Waddle game, the bust-out game for him. Had you had to counsel him during the last month and a half or so when he hasn't been getting the ball as much as he has in the past?
No, I didn't have to do any of that with J-Dub. Yeah.
How meaningful is it to you to know that you're 7-0 against a divisional opponent in New England?
It's great. It's great anytime, like I said, anytime you can find a win against a divisional opponent. It's not my win. It's a team win. So I'll leave that at that.
You mentioned the significance of the coming game, but what do you think about maybe playing in some cold in Green Bay?
Yeah. I'm excited to kill narratives. So let's go. Bring it on.
Tua, talk a bit about avoiding interceptions these past couple of games, obviously today and last week against the Raiders. Just talk a bit about not giving New England's offense any opportunities off of those.
Yeah. Ending of the half, in the first half, definitely didn't like how we ended that. Too many hands on the ball, off of decisions and off of placement of the ball. That needs to be better, and yeah, you just never want to put the team in a situation where we already have points to not get points. So. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it.